Tuesday, March 31st. Welcome to our Read Aloud for today. As you recall, this week we are celebrating Women's History Month because it is the last week of Women's History Month, but it's not the last time we will talk about women and the wonderful contributions that they have made to our lives. So as I am reading this book and as we are talking about Women's History Month and concluding it this week, think about, as I'm reading this story, about the women in your life who have made a difference and how you can celebrate them and support them this week and for the next couple of weeks. So today's book is called Libba, The Magnificent Musical Life of Elizabeth Cotton. Libba Cotton heard music everywhere. She heard it in the river when she brought in water for her mother. She heard it in the axe when she chopped wood for kindling. She heard it in the freight trains moving down the tracks near her home. She even heard it when she wasn't allowed to. When her brother Claude was at work, Libba snuck into his room and borrowed his guitar. "Dang," she whispered. Claude was right-handed. Libba was not. She turned the guitar upside down and played it backwards. It was kind of like brushing your teeth with your foot or tying a shoe with one hand. Nobody else played that way, but it was the way that felt right to Libba. You can see a picture of her holding the guitar upside down and backwards. One time she broke a string. Another time she scratched the wood. Each time she put the guitar back. "Dang," Claude said. "She's done it again." But then Libba played him a song upside down and backwards. She played a funny way, but she sure was good. Soon Claude moved out to get a job, taking his guitar with him. But Libba never stopped in her tracks. She kept rolling. "Now, what can a little girl like you do? I can sweep the floors, I can pick the vegetables, I can set the table." She earned 75 cents a month. Pretty soon, she had saved up $3.75, just enough for a Stella guitar. All day and night, she played the guitar. Long after everyone had gone to sleep, her mother would shout, "Babe, I gotta work in the morning. How about a lullaby?" So Libba put her mother to sleep, playing upside down and backwards. Libba played and played, and before you could say "dang," she'd written her first song. She wasn't even 13 yet. And the lyrics to the first song are, freight train, run so fast. Freight train, run so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on. They won't know what route I've gone." I would sing for you, but it wouldn't be pretty. But even trains got derailed. Time swept Libba up, and she stopped playing the guitar. Now she was a tall and stately grandmother working in a department store. One day, she found a little girl lost in the store. She returned the girl to the mother, Ruth Crawford Seeger, a composer in a famous musical family. Ruth could tell that Libba was kind and gentle, and Libba felt the same way about Ruth. As the Seeger's new housekeeper, Libba moved like a galleon taking care of the family. She made 8-inch chocolate cakes with 6 layers each. She loved the spirited children, but most of all, she loved how the home was filled with music. You could hear banjos in the bedrooms, pianos in the parlor, and bass drums in the basement. The children awoke in the morning to bluesmen and drifters sleeping by a smoldering fire. The musicians had funny names like Lead Belly, Woody Guthrie, and Muddy Waters. As Libba worked, she listened. One day, the kids on the porch, and the bluesmen in the living room, and the drummers down below heard a sound. It was like 1,000 songbirds singing, or a gentle spring rain, or a train rambling down the tracks. It was Libba, singing and picking that guitar like she'd never set it down. "Dang!" cried the kids. "She can play!" cried the bluesmen. Soon, the whole house was turned upside down and backwards. The children were clearing the dishes and washing up. The bluesmen were singing Libba's songs. Ruth was playing along. Everyone wanted to hear Libba's music. "Sing Freight Train again," they shouted. You can see her playing for everyone. The Seegers believed in Libba and helped spread the word about her music. But it was Libba's perseverance, her love of music, and her belief in herself that gave the world her voice. Libba played grand cathedrals in London and velvet theaters in Rome. Thousands of people sang along when she played Freight Train. And now, millions of people know her music. Libba turned her guitar upside down and backwards so she could play it her own way. She turned the music world upside down and backwards too. Libba Cotton never stopped in her tracks. She kept rolling. The end. Thank you for listening to this read aloud about Libba Cotton. So take a moment to reflect upon someone in your life who has persevered and kept on rolling through times that may have been a little bit tough or challenges that the person has had, and think about how those challenges or hard times made that person even stronger and helped the world be a little bit better place. Thank you. Have a terrific Tuesday. Have a good day.